Hello friends, and welcome to one final video on Subnautica. I heard from you guys in the comments that you'd like to see me react to the first few episodes, or maybe the first few encounters of my Let's Play of Subnautica, because going into the game I had some really intense fears going on, and I kind of discovered a phobia or two that I have, and so I want to just go back and react to how I reacted then, and then also kind of just discuss my phobia and my fears and how they evolved as I played through Subnautica, because it really is interesting. So let's just dive in, shall we? I don't even know how this video is gonna go, but I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'll just find some like key points in the Let's Play, and I'll explain my thoughts and maybe what I think now about things and stuff. So let us dive in. Okay. All right. So here's my playlist of all the episodes that I recorded. I'm going to start with episode... Okay, stop that. I'm going to start with episode 1, and stop that. It's auto-scrolling. I don't want it, I want you to do that, YouTube. Can you quit? Oh my god. Okay, anyway, so the first thing that I think of note to react to is when I first like put my head out of the pod, the escape pod. That's it. Yes. Gone first. I don't know. Maybe I should just like, not be in here anymore. Let's just go see where we are. Yeah, okay? Let's go see. Oh! What are you? Oh, you better leave me alone. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so looking back at this now, like, it's funny because I got freaked out by the little bird thing. Like, the first thing I get scared of is that freaking bird thing, which obviously is not a threat. So, I think going into the game, I was scared of literally everything just because it's just like unknown. Everything was unknown to me, and I thought that everything was out to kill me, and I was just really scared of going into the ocean, and, yeah. And so here's my reaction of the Aurora, which, as you guys know, really freaked me out. In fact, still does.
The Aurora suffered orbit.
That's scary. I don't like it. I'm already getting the chills, and I haven't even gone in the freaking water yet. Okay. Does anyone else have the same fear? Because I also get the same kind of like chills. No, what am I doing? Yeah, and then I go into talk about my actual fear, which is interesting. So I'll if you're just, for some reason, if you're here and haven't watched my actual series on Subnautica, I'll fill you guys in. So I have a fear of the depths, which is called thalassophobia. It's a fear of like the depths of the oceans, or the depths of like large bodies of water. So like, not necessarily, I'm not afraid of like the ocean or being in the water in general. Like I can go snorkeling and whatnot, but the minute there's like a deep area and, you look down and there's just an immense open space, that's the really scary part for me. And so obviously the Subnautica is just filled with that, not to mention just everything is an alien planet. Everything is new. It's scary to mostly everyone anyway, but then figuring out I had these specific fears as well really added a lot of tension to my playthrough. Another phobia I have, which I have a harder time explaining, is megalophobia. And I think it's also mixed with another one of fear of man-made objects underwater, which is, I think it's called mechanophobia, or correct me if I'm wrong. But it's like a mixture between those two, but it really is more of a fear of really big unnatural things. And when they are in unnatural spaces, but I hate really huge things. And I know, it's hilarious. Well, Lily doesn't like big stuff. Make all the jokes you want, okay? But it's a real thing, and I have it. And so the Aurora was literally the scariest part about this game for me, which seems ridiculous, I'm sure, to a lot of people, but we'll get into that eventually, okay? I'm armed and dangerous. God, that looks terrifying. Yeah, so... Okay, I'm going back. anytime I would like surface up to the water and see the Aurora, it would just freak me out and my heart rate would increase. If I was wearing a heart rate monitor throughout this playthrough, you would see that every time I looked at the Aurora, my heart rate went up like a lot. Just by looking at it, because it just turned on that phobia, right? And so the whole time that I was playing, I was just dreading having to go to the Aurora. Eventually I make it happen, but as you know, it took me quite some time. So a lot of times when I would surface from the water, in order to avoid looking at the Aurora, I would like face the camera down and then just like pop up. And then later on in the playthrough, when I figured out what direction the Aurora was in, I would just make sure that I'd face the opposite direction. So, you know, it was a problem. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, 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 oh. You're angry. Why are you so angry, bro? Why are you so angry, bro? It's true, though. Why? So, good Lord, I hate that, whatever that is. Anyways, yeah, everything scared me. I don't know. I could say that about every creature. Every predator in this game pretty much got that reaction from me the first time I saw it. I don't know if that's what everyone's reaction is to the predators in this game, but it's just about not knowing what to expect, you know, not really knowing why things are the way they are. And then after I learned that they're actually not, that they don't do that much damage to me, that they're actually not that threatening, that they look kind of derpy, then eventually, you know, I wasn't as scared of them anymore. So that goes for everything pretty much except the leviathan creatures. Most of the leviathan creatures. Not all of them, though. Not all of them. So really quick, I want to talk about one thing like that I thought was kind of interesting. People thought in the comments that the alien structures would really freak me out. I don't know why they don't. There's just something, like, I think it's because it's not a standard man-made object. Try and follow me here, okay? My phobia is specifically about, like, you know, big things that are spooky. So, like, derelict ships. If it was, like, a giant, looming, I don't know, any kind of structure that I was sort of familiar with that looked like it was out of place in some way, that would trigger the phobia. But because this is like an alien structure, I really have no reference for my phobia. So I really just, it's very large, yes, but that's not really the only thing that that like fulfills the phobia requirements, which is a really weird thing to say. And I wish I knew how to explain it better, but the truth is, like, phobias are just unrational. And so the alien structures underwater did not, or above water, did not really trigger my fears or phobias too much. The one thing that sort of did, though, is when I would come out of the water and I would see like the looming island. For some reason that freaked me out a little bit, but I really think it was partially because I didn't, like, I really just hated surfacing out of the water and then being surprised by things. And I'm pretty sure that's what that was. It still creeps me out a little bit just because I don't want to be surprised by a big thing when I pop out of the water. I like to know what to expect. So it ties into that sort of a fear, I think. Okay, that's freaking terrifying, but, oh, I did find the portal in the first place. I didn't even know what that was at the time. Ah! What's that? 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 Say what's that one more time, Lilia. Give me out. Give me out. Give me out. Give me out. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Dude, what was that noise? Did you hear that? Okay, that was the warper, obviously, and that was my first encounter, I think, with the warper. And at that point, I had no idea what the heck they were, and I didn't, like, I'm lucky I didn't run into the leviathan while I was down there, because there is one down there now, I know that. But, yeah, like I said, just everything just sent me freaking hightailing running the other direction. I I really don't know. I think I'm probably more scared of everything in this game than any other horror game I've ever played, because a lot of times stuff freaks me out in horror games, but not enough to make me actually go into like flight mode. Like my brain just, so many times while I was playing this in the beginning, my brain just flipped a switch and I was like, nope, you're out, you leave. So many times. God. First Leviathan thing that I found. Oh, geez.
The
I don't
Reefback.
like it. Ooh, I don't like it. Hi, can I scan you? Yeah, I didn't really like getting close to this guy. Cause like, you know, I hate big things. This guy's really big. So I really had to force myself to go close to him to scan him. Don't look at the Aurora Lilia. Okay. So then this bit was like a very large mistake that I made in the early game. I need diamonds. I could go down here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go down there and see how that turns out for you. I could go down a little bit and just look for some diamonds. Uh-huh. I mean, I assume it's going to be down here. Stalling. That's what I'm doing. I'm stalling. But maybe not. Maybe it's only on land. I don't know. Wow. Whoa. Oh my god. I didn't even see that one. I didn't even see it. There was already a snake, like right there. Oh!
Maximum depth reach.
That looks hot. I did see that. Oh my god, they're everywhere. How am I not seeing those?
Possibly predatory life forms. Detecting an artificial structure somewhere in the region.
Ah! 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 Oh my god, what was that? Jesus Christ! Get me out! Get me out! Ah!
Warning.
Oh my gosh, he was actually really mad.
Damage imminent.
Ah! Snake! Big snake! Big snake! Okay, I see why it's funny after you know what's coming. I get why you guys think it's funny, okay? Yeah, ha ha ha. Lily is so dumb. But yeah, I can't believe I didn't see. I think I was so focused on the mushrooms and I was just overwhelmed with this new area that for some reason I just did not see the snakes all over before the one came out of the big mushroom in front of my freaking face. Those do not scare me much anymore because I know what to expect from them now. Like they stay in their mushrooms. You just don't get too close to the mushrooms and you're fine. And, you know, they're pretty gross, but they're not the most disgusting leviathan thing. And I don't even think actually they're leviathans. I think they're just weird. I think they're called crab snakes or something. Isn't this? Oh, right.
Leviathan class.
Ah!
Life forms in
Okay.
the region.
All right, bye.
Are you certain
No.
whatever you're doing is worth it?
No. 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 Thank you for telling me. Where's my home? Okay. Obviously, I added the background music there for the intro, but I remember the feeling I got when I did this, and I'm pretty sure the feeling would be pretty much the same now, but except I didn't know, like, this was one of the braver things that I did in the game because, and I think I did it because of ignorance. Like, I didn't really know where the game ended, and I had this mentality that if I stayed up at the top of the water, that it wouldn't be quite as scary, and I was wrong about that. Later on, I learned that it's much more comfy at the bottom. Always having something below me makes me feel better in Subnautica than having, you know, knowing what's below me makes me feel more comfortable than not knowing what's below me, because after I learned what was below me, yeah, that's it's not so great anymore. But obviously this is what happens when you swim too far out past the edge of the game map. The game literally spawns tons of leviathans to kill you. So, yeah. Not a fun time, really. Not a fun time. Okay. In this episode, I find Rippy Roy for the first time. Ooh. I don't like the look of this. And I don't recognize that that's a different roar either. Desert. Weird how uneasy this is making me feel. Okay, there's just a bunch of, oh god, I hate how I can't see. Ooh. Oh god, that still gave me the chills. I still haven't, I haven't gotten over the fear of Reapy Roy, the Reaper Leviathan yet. Oh my god. Oh my god. He still really freaks me out.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
All the Leviathan predators
There
freak
was
me
something
out.
there. What was it? There was something? There was something? Did you see that? Did you see that? What was it?
Yep.
What?
It was Reapy Roy. Okay, so then I try, like, I know, at this point, I know that you guys are going to be disappointed if I just hightail it and run without getting a better look at it. So I try really hard to face my fears, and I go back up to the ridge, and I try and spot him in the mist. Really, I thought everything near the surface would be fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really did think that all the scary stuff would be underneath, far below the surface, but clearly I did not know what the heck this game was gonna throw at me, and I was like almost in denial that there was something that big and that scary like right close to my base. Apparently that was not true. Yep. Why? God, this game sucks. This game sucks. I mean, it's really good, but it sucks. Oh. Getting new stuff. Power transmitter fragment. Yes. The feeling of being completely terrified, and then all of a sudden I find the loot and all the fear melts away. I don't know what that is. That also happened often. Oh, hey. Wait, you're a new fish. Wait, don't go over by that huge thing. Whole fish. Save. You guys, I want to scan this thing. Also, is this literally just like, what is it? Oh, he's getting real close, Lilia. He's getting real close. Don't. Oh, there he is. He's right there. Don't. I'm not here. I'm not. Can you go over to the other side? Can you go away? Go away. Oh, go. Ah! Oh, yeah. He was coming for me. Oh, yeah. He definitely was. Man, I was hanging out next to him for so long. I wouldn't do that now. I don't know. That was crazy. Try to be brave. Oh, so here in this particular episode, I try to go down into the depths again. But if they came down here, then it can't be that bad. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, there it is, you guys. I can do it. Mm-hmm. No, you can't. No, you can't.
I can do this.
No, you can't, Lilia.
I can do this, you guys.
No,
I can totally. It's fine. I can do it, right?
No.
Can I do it? Everyone type in the comments if you believe in me, type in the comments. Absolutely hate that sound. Absolutely. Oh god, there's more than one? Why? Yeah, so obviously I failed to be brave. And I was not, but it was fine because I didn't have the depth module anyway for my CMOD, so it really didn't make sense for me to explore this right now. Anyways, but I was just trying to face my fears for you guys, and I failed. It's like when I'm playing this game, that happens all the freaking time, but I don't actually go into flight. Well, sometimes, like when I saw the giant guy, I definitely, I tried to keep it together, but like, what are you talking about? You went into flight every single time you saw something remotely scary. Okay. Oh, I found it! I found it! I found it, you guys! Found it! Okay, it's over here. It's right by this biome. Okay, is there only one of you? Please tell me there's only one of you. And what are you doing? What are you doing? Did he just go into the rock? Oh, hell no, dude. Okay, that makes another good point. Like, half of the time that I saw big scary things, they would glitch out and go inside the geometry of the game, which is just like, you know, a mountainside or some object. And I feel like the bugs that happen in the game just add to the horror, even though it's totally unintentional, but it's because it like you sort of learn what to expect from some of the enemies in the game, but then all of a sudden they glitch through the wall, and then you start thinking, at least I start thinking, like, what if they pop out at me at any moment and just eat me from out of nowhere, you know? It's kind of like the same feeling about, you know, some giant jaws just coming up and snatching you from the depths underneath you when you're not looking. It's like that sort of fear. So that happens so many times in the game, and I just hated that. I hated that. Ridiculous. Oh my god, what is that guy? Okay. Case and point. Case right, and point. This is goes right into the freaking ground. You guys, the Aurora is literally freaking right there. I can't. Shut up! There were a few times that I attempted to go to the Aurora, and you know, I really wanted to go there because I knew I had to eventually go and explore it, and it was my main phobia. It was harder for me to force myself to go close to this big derelict ship than it was to force myself to stare at a Reaper Leviathan. I know it makes like no sense to anyone. I'm sure like almost nobody had the same fear that I did in this game, but that really was the hardest thing for me to overcome. Once I got over that hump in the game of actually exploring the Aurora, I found the game to be much more easy going. Don't get me wrong, I still got very scared, but I didn't have that same like thought, or I guess not a thought, the same like feeling in the back of my brain telling me to not go forward. It's just part of the fear and part of the phobia, where your brain just, you know, for literally no reason, it seems like my brain just kept telling me, like, do not go towards that ship. It means death. You're going to die if you go towards that ship. And obviously that's incorrect. It's actually not a dangerous place in the game except for the Reaper Leviathans on either end, which made it increasingly difficult, by the way, to actually make myself go there because I was also very scared of them. But I was more scared of the ship. And I think I'm going to fast forward now to where I actually go to the ship because
I don't want 8 million watts.
I actually go to the ship, and so just being here next to the Aurora was like right here. You can see the bottom part of it. It just gave me such an uneasy feeling. Even after being there multiple times, I just knew that that was the base of a gigantic structure. And that really, I'm even thinking about it right now, I'm like actually getting the chills. I still hate it. I felt so good though when I faced my fear and went there. I think I could go there just fine. Maybe I should test that in the game to see if I could actually do that without freaking out too much. But yeah, like I'm putting on a smiley face here for the camera and for you guys, but inside I'm just so terrified about being next to this thing. Meanwhile, I totally know that it's stupid and there's no reason for me to fear this giant static object that's not going to move or do anything to me. But that's not really what it's about. It's a phobia, right? So it's just freaking terrifying. I just thought that was an interesting fact, you know? I don't hear Reapy Roy yet, which kind of worries me. Okay, but I do remember where I was when you guys told me I was... Yeah, just like popping out of the water and seeing that huge ship there is just like, ugh, like no. There's a breach in the hull up here. I can hear him. Okay, so obviously it takes me freaking forever. I know you guys are all saying like, if you see the hole, just go for it. Just go. I know you're all just saying that. That's what he said too. Look, it's just, if I go over there, he's going to see me and then he's going to eat me and I can't do that. I thought that this part of the game was so unfair. So many times I was like, why do I have to do this? Why does the game have to put freaking Reapy Roys at either end of this ship that's already the most terrifying thing in the whole game. And, you know, I wasn't thinking about the fact that the ship isn't actually scary because to me, it was very scary. And so the Reapy Roy situation was just really annoying and it kind of upset me almost to anger that I had to actually do this. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
There's a big hole.
I'm gonna go for it. Better do it. Okay, then I get this far and I just have to keep going for it because I'm already that far.
I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going. I'm doing.
And then they have to add that creaky, loud noise and the shaking of the camera when you get in. Oh, it was just like my worst nightmare.
Dang it!
This is my I don't believe I'm still alive face. Oh, right. And then this, I think...
but I don't want to get stuck in the geometry. I know the game likes to do that, so I'm gonna...
So here I think I've made it in, right? And then I'm like, I'm just gonna, there's the surface of the water right there. You can see I'm just gonna get out and swim up there. And I was like feeling a little bit better, but then little do I know this is actually not the right spot. And that's an invisible wall.
I hate this! Okay, I'm just gonna, can I just chill? Can I just sit here for a sec? Is that fine?
Yeah. I just need to put it, I'm just putting it on pause.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're not going to be able to get out and it's going to be very frustrating for you, Lilia.
I'm gonna leave my sea moth. The reason why I don't want to go to the surface is because I'm really scared the sea moth is gonna get stuck in the geometry. Because that happened to me on the island.
It's a valid fear. It is. The sea moth can get stuck in all geometry all over the place.
Why can't I go up there? Why not? Why? 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 Why?
It's the most evil, invisible wall ever in any game. Okay, this is when I start to get... I'm very confused. Relief? Confusion?
Is this not right?
More confusion?
Is this wrong? Please don't tell me this is wrong.
Despair?
The game wall is an invisible wall.
Uh-huh. Realization?
What's going on?
More confusion?
This isn't funny, game. This is not funny.
Disbelief?
I need to get up there.
A little bit of anger.
Maybe I have to go right here.
Clutching at straws, whatever that emotion is.
Oh my god, it will not let me. What do I do?
More disbelief.
This is pissing me off so much.
This
pissed me off more than Dark Souls.
Right, I jump cut right there because I was literally just standing in that one spot, unable to believe what the game was doing to me. Because I was in a state of fear, you know, originally, and I thought that being in here was going to save me, and it didn't, and then I just couldn't believe it.
Just let me go with the dumb ship.
Yep.
Can't we compromise?
I was really very angry right here, and I was hiding it quite well, honestly. I was very angry.
It's for me to stand, and I can't. It's an invisible ceiling. I just can't get up there.
I don't
just can't.
Okay, just let's fast forward. Okay, eventually I accept the fact that I can't get up right there, and I move to another area, very cautiously.
Oh my god, I hate this so much.
Mm-hmm. I hated every
stop.
second of this. Yeah, I still don't like that either. Surfacing. I don't like surfacing. I'm like inside the thing of my fears too.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I'm just desperately looking for the way to get out because I just need to get out.
Then I can maybe get on top of that thing. This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen, you guys.
Yeah.
So don't turn that on. I don't know where Reapy Roy.
I'm very mad that the game doesn't give me a clear way to get in. It really is not clear. I would like to reiterate the fact. I do honestly think, even after all that they should make the way into the ship a lot more easy to figure out.
unless you go in the exact right hole in the side of the ship, it is quite hard to find your way through the rubble to get to the actual place where you can walk into the ship. So that would be nice. Of course, I'm sure other people wouldn't freak out while being lost inside the ship as much as I did, but still, you know. Right here? Okay, so eventually I do find it. Okay. All right. All right. Whew. I got another sense of relief from watching myself do this when I finally find the entrance again. And then after all that, these freaking crab things are nothing. They don't bother me at all. I can free the stuff with my propulsion cannon. I'm so stressed out. Oh yeah, I was stressed out. I can tell you right now that doing the Aurora thing in Subnautica was the most terrifying experience I've ever had in a video game in my entire life. You can throw the most scary horror game at me, and I will never be as scared as this moment when I'm trying to get into the Aurora, because it's directly facing my phobia, my in real life phobia. It's not just that it's scary, which, you know, it is scary, but it's more than that. It's a personal phobia. I'm like literally fighting against my brain to make myself go and do this thing that I'm so terrified of. And, you know, it's crazy. I feel really like lucky that I kind of had the opportunity to do this in a video game before I actually maybe had to do it sometime in real life. And actually Subnautica did make me aware that I had this phobia. I had no idea that I did. I mean, I have had some like suspicions that I was afraid of really big unnatural things. There's this like museum type thing in Wisconsin that Tony and I went to one time, and there was a giant I think it was a paper mache sculpture of a gigantic whale. But it looked really creepy. It looked really unnatural. And basically it's a giant dark room with kind of a walkway around the sculpture, and the whale is like the size of a house, right? So it's huge. And I just remember being in that room, walking around that and like looking at the wall the whole time. And I'm also afraid of heights, so I didn't want to be near the edge of the railing. I didn't want to look at the whale. I just like looked at the wall as we walked all the way around. And after I had that experience, you know, we took photos and everything. And even to this day, when I look at the photos we took of this paper mache whale sculpture, I still get the chills and I just don't want to look at it. And that experience in real life reminds me of the Aurora in this game. And I'm really curious to find out if there are other types of things in video games that will trigger the same kind of phobia. Like, I really am interested in confronting my fears about that specific thing, because that really is the thing that terrifies me the most. There are other things that terrify me too, but just for some reason, the big unnatural things is my main fear. I don't know, man. And it's not gone. In case you're wondering, doing this experience and playing Subnautica definitely did not cure me of my phobia. And I'm still afraid of the unknown depths, and I'm still afraid of big unnatural things. It was freaking huge. Holy God! Okay, this is a little ways into the playthrough. This is episode 26. I've already done some deep dives with my Cyclops at this point. I've seen some scary stuff, but this is the first time I actually see a ghost leviathan, and it's at a luckily it's at a distance, although there was a time, I can't remember which video it was in, but there was a time when my Cyclops was mysteriously bitten by a large predator, and I didn't see what it was. Apparently you guys said in the comments that there is a ghost leviathan that patrols near the area that I got bit, so I suspect that I did get attacked by one. They are very silent, and that must have been what happened, because, yeah, you know, like there's nothing else really in that area that could have done that. So
Yeah, that's fun. It's spooky. They're very spooky. I never actually managed to have a run-in with one of them, although this episode it gets really, really, really close. And thanks to silent running, I was able to get away unscathed. Thank God for silent running in the Cyclops. Okay, so here's an interesting area. When I get to the Lost River, I have no idea what to expect in the Lost River. It's very, very, very scary for me down there, which is why I take it really slow. But a lot of people in the comments thought that these skeletons would freak me out a lot. And for some reason, the fossils of the alien leviathans and whatever did not scare me much at all. Like they're scary. They're a little spooky, but they didn't really trigger the same fear that I had with the alive ones and also the big things underwater. That didn't really trigger me because I think it's because I understand them and sort of like the alien structure. It's like I don't have anything to relate it to aside maybe like a dinosaur, but oh, my nose is itching. I'm getting nervous from watching this. I have this kind of tweak. I don't know if that's what it's called, but like whenever I start getting nervous, my nose starts itching. It's just like a thing in my brain. I don't know why, but if you ever see my nose itching in a video, it means I'm getting nervous, or maybe I have a cold. But I usually comment on it. But anyway, this is bringing back all these like scary feelings that I felt while I was playing this game, looking at these clips. But I just thought that was an interesting thing to note. I was able to like swim up to this dead guy and it was spooky, but it didn't really freak me out enough to make me not want to look at it. You know what I mean? Okay, there's a couple more things we need to talk about. Don't like that. In in this playthrough that I just want to go through my reactions to. And sort of explain, because I think that when I finally see the sea dragon for the first time, I gotta find out where that is. Okay, it's right after this, I think. So I see the Reaper Leviathan skeleton, and then I'm thinking like, oh my God. And there he is.
What?
Unfortunately.
Oh my God! Found dragon. Found it. Found it.
Yep.
Found it. Ah! 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 Ah!
Oh, yep, he grabbed me. Yes, he did.
Ah! What do I do? What do I do?
Where do I do?
Oh my God, what do I do? Get in. Get in, get in, get in. Oh God, I missed.
Yeah.
Ah! Don't look at it. Don't look at it. What do I do? Guys.
Oh my God,
help.
it's right there.
Help. Someone help. 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 What do I do?
I love how I'm like doing this in real life as if this is gonna help me. And it's like, I guess it's how you know I'm actually really scared, right? I don't know, but it was above me, so I just felt like I had to go like this to get away from it. So it's interesting because at this point, I'm less afraid of the big sea creatures than I was in the beginning of my playthrough, but this is a whole new experience of this guy getting this close to me. Like, I've never had one of the leviathans actually attack me and grab me before, and I'm very fortunate that I was in my prawn suit so that I could grapple away and kind of escape without him damaging me. But after this encounter, I felt a lot more comfortable down here in the lava zone because I knew how many of them there were, and I knew what they did, and I knew what they sounded like. And unlike the ghost leviathan and Reepy Roy even, the sea dragon is loud. So, you know, you can hear him very far away. And even Reepy Roy, you have to be relatively close to hear him. Like, so, you know. Wait, turning the... I also would like to reiterate the fact that silent running is so OP in Subnautica. Like, I was able to avoid all of the sea dragon encounters mostly by just doing silent running, and I could literally just swim right under them. But the moment I exited my Cyclops and got either my prawn or just swam around, that sea dragon saw me like instantly. So I just thought that was really crazy. And it makes sense because, like, you don't want the sea dragon to, like, you know, attack your your sub constantly. That would be terrible. But it was quite humorous that I was easily spotted as a teeny tiny person outside of the Cyclops, but when I was in this giant orange and yellow submarine that was like almost the size of the sea dragon, that I was invisible. Okay, the final OMG moment for me in this game. Well, the ending is always amazing too, but I'll probably talk about that a little bit at the end of this video. But the final fear that I really felt, I felt like going through the lava zone wasn't so bad once I knew what to expect from the sea dragon, because that was really the only big threat there. But then once I got into here, I had to once again face my fear of the unknown, and just I didn't know what to expect from the Sea Emperor at this point. You know, I didn't know that the game was just kind of going to throw me blind into this giant pond with this huge creature. So at this point, I'm going back to getting angry at the game again. Oh no, you're just gonna throw me in the water without letting me see what it is first? I hate you! I hate you, game! You can't just do that to me, man. Yeah, like those feelings of what I was saying are 100% accurate. Itchy. I really was feeling like it was unfair. I was like, why can't the game just like make the water slightly clear so I can jump in and like know what to expect? Because I had no idea what to expect. I knew the Sea Emperor was going to be bigger than the Sea Dragon, and I didn't know what the game was going to do to introduce me to this humongous thing. And because it was humongous, I'm obviously terrified of it, even though, you know, it's supposedly just eats plankton or whatever, which I do know at this point, but that's not the important bit. So anyway, it takes me like 5 minutes at the water's edge, just being upset that I have to do this. Okay, it's probably not going to be immediately right there, right? Right. Right? Right. Oh my God, why? I wish I could have like a friend come over and just jump in for me and then put me in a safe corner and then I could look at it. Or like, why is the water so thick? Yeah. So these are all really thoughts that were going through my head. Like I was thinking maybe I could like wait to play this and get Tony to come in and like jump in the water and then just tell me if it's safe or not, and then I'll take over. But then I had to talk myself out of that. I'm like, you're being such a big baby. The game wouldn't just like make you jump into the water with a jump scare of the Sea Emperor. But you know, my fears were kicking in again, and I just thought, yeah, I don't know what to expect from this game because it's crazy. So eventually I jump in and everything is fine. It's fine. Sense of relief after jumping in. Oh, there's actually lots of things in here. Okay. Yeah, this area is not what I expected at all. Huh. Okay. Okay, swim down. Hurry up, Lilia. Is she in this cage? Wah! Jesus Christ. What the... Ah! Ah! Hi! Hi! Hello!
Are you here?
Oh my God. Yeah, so I personally think that this is one of the coolest things in the whole game. Like, after being completely terrified by it in the first place, I had to go back and do it again after this because I, forgot my prawn suit and I realized I needed it, so I had to go back and do it again. And I actually think that when you're in the prawn suit, you get a way better view of everything too. So I'm glad I did it again, and I'm glad I did it twice so I could appreciate it the second time, because the first time I was just freaking scared. It was a jump scare, and this is a huge creature. Although in this scene, it doesn't really give you the proper idea of how large she actually is. It's not until later on when she's like on the seafloor down there and you get to swim up to her that you can really tell how big she is. So like when she's here, you can actually, swim up to her and just really see the immense size of this creature. So it's super cool. And even after I knew she was friendly, it was still terrifying, and I didn't really want to go close to her, but, I did eventually force myself to do that, and it wasn't so bad, and I I don't know. It helps that she looks very unthreatening, sort of. Not right here, obviously. She kind of looks scary, but you know, her face is nice. Her face is very it's almost cute, right? So, it's not too bad. Like right here, you can see, yeah, like right here. You can see that she just doesn't look like so much of a predator. Her face reminds me of a turtle, which makes me a little bit more at ease versus the other predators. So I really liked this reveal of the Sea Emperor. I thought it was just so well done, and it helped me form a relationship much faster with this character. We'll just put it that way. And that's pretty much it, you guys. That's really all of the really big moments that I could think of. I just wanted to react to and kind of explain what I was thinking while I went through them. I don't think I'll go over the end of the game because you can just watch the final episode and see my reactions there. And I do talk about my thoughts on the finish or the end of Subnautica. And I really think that the end of the game is fantastic. I loved everything about Subnautica. Would I go back and play it again? Eventually, I might just to see the difference. But I mean, I would play it on my own, obviously. Just to see the difference in how I would like progress and react to things, and see like how much easier it is for me to force myself to go to the Aurora and whatever. Obviously, I have not been cured of my fears of the big creatures in the game, and I have not been cured of my fear of giant objects. So if I do end up playing below zero, apparently there's bigger creatures in that game. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. So we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me and just watching me react to my reactions. I don't really know how entertaining this video is gonna be, but I did think it's just really interesting to see how my emotional state progressed like throughout the game, and how I changed and reacted to things differently. I don't know if that's really shown very well in this particular video, but that's really how it went. I went from being scared of literally everything that moved to being able to kind of skirt under sea dragons with the Cyclops and not really think it was a big deal. And I think it comes down to two different types of fears, right? The unknown and unexpected creates a fear all in itself. And that was like 90% of the game's fears for me. And then there was my phobia fear, which I can't really explain. And that one was a whole different bag of potatoes or whatever. So I'm going to have to find some other way to confront that fear and like rationalize it in my mind. So if you guys know any other games that have like really gigantic unnatural things in them, let me know. Maybe I'll play some of them and just like see what happens to my emotional state. I'll just like explore my psyche a little bit and try and figure out where this phobia comes from and like how I can potentially get over it somehow. Because it's just it's interesting and just very strange and scary. I don't like it, obviously. But thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I really appreciate all your eyeballs. Seriously, thank you so much for your eyeballs and your support. Special thanks to my patrons who are supporting this channel and allowing me to continue to make content like this. Thank you guys so much. Stay cheesy, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.